was the purpose? You said it was for you, but it shows no character.
I tried, I really...
Be fucking for real. It was for your ego. Do you really think this is gonna work?
I don't know.
You can't just change everything around you and fix everything.
Look, I don't even know what you want from me at this point.
You need to learn it the hard way.
I think that effort is the defining factor of success.
Like I put all this time and effort, and my flowers won't grow.
So this year, I thought that I didn't make enough content and that I probably needed to streamline my workflow. But that's not really true. So far this year, I filmed 4 different automotive after movies. I've filmed 1 documentary. I've dropped 1, soon to be 2 podcasts.
Like, this is a natural progression.
In saying that, I think it's a good time to kind of take a step back and see what I did this year, what I did great at, and really, most importantly, what I didn't do that great at. So I just finished my 3rd music video shoot a couple weeks ago. Sat down with the artist and we're working through post-production right now. But there's a lot of things that went well on this shoot that didn't go so well on previous shoots. First off, this time I went in with a fairly rounded out shot plan. I had a really good idea of what I wanted before I even touched the camera. Second, I learned how to use my FX3. My first music video, I had just gotten this camera and I really wasn't understanding how to use it. Now, I'm pretty confident that I can get a really good image out of this. I have been. Like, yeah. I can't crank it more.
Pretty good.
It's done me really well so far this year. And you guys have seen a huge step up in quality.
1, Wound 2, Wound 3, and which one of these gals is delivering?
I definitely did learn from a lot of my mistakes from the first music video to now.
Maybe a couple slaps here and there. We can add some bruising.
So learning from my mistakes this year made me able to create a better music video. So now, if you guys are following me for car content, most of you know what Gatlinburg is. I've covered it last year. If you don't, that's the video that you need to go check out. But essentially, part of it was to get my name out there. But a larger part of it was to learn the techniques that some of these creators down south were using and learning to master them. And so, in saying that, I left like so much more creatively inspired than I did when I got there. And that footage, and the footage shows. And so kind of in keeping with this theme of learning from mistakes, the after movie that I did for Gatlinburg was a culmination of a lot of my after movies that I've done over the years. A lot of the camera moves that I learned were from my friends down in the States. Seeing what they've done and how that worked and translated to video really helped me kind of try some new things out. And even if it didn't work, still know, okay, well, this didn't work and this does, so I'm gonna keep doing this and not this. And even the selection of cars. I fostered relationships with people around Canada the last couple of years, and through those connections I was able to shoot some pretty amazing cars this year. And even though GAT wasn't what we all hoped it would be, for me, I left feeling pretty inspired to start somewhere else. Every mistake that I made in previous after movies, I tried to correct here. And I might not have hit all of them, but that's okay because I still want to grow and I still want to have space to do that. So, might not have hit 100 this year. We're aiming for 100 next year. Probably won't get it, but there's upward momentum. And so speaking of upward growth, I finally shot my first documentary this year. A large-scale documentary is something that I've wanted to do for a while. And for long-time viewers of this channel, I have one. It's an hour. But I really wanted to try my hand at some music documentary stuff this year, and along with the help of with Alex Samuel, who was an instrumental piece in all of this, I dived into Vibrancy. So Vibrancy is an EDM festival in Halifax, hosted in the Citadel. Very cool festival. It's very community driven, and I wanted to capture that. And I learned a lot of pre-production in this, stuff that I would not have known before. Alex and I worked for probably 3 weeks putting this together, and I learned like a ton about how an actual documentary goes together. One of the things that I find really interesting is gaps of knowledge, and realistically, I have a ton. There's a lot that I don't know. There's a lot that I'm willing to learn, and I think that's what makes stuff like this so exciting, because I can sit down and tell you, hey, I don't know this thing, but I'm willing to learn it. One of those big things this year was creating an efficient workflow for my file storage. Video production requires, especially log video, require a lot of storage, specifically storage that can get accessed at any point in time. I didn't really have a great system for that at the start of the year. And so now I have a system where I go, if it's photo, if it's video, if it's video, specifically for video, it's raw video and camera or cars and music and gigs. And all of that gets split down into, okay, for cars, is it a car shoot? Is it a car show? Is it a driver mod documentary? So it's year and then month, and a lot of that helps me to understand, okay, I shot this at this time, I have this much footage from this month that I need to work with, that I need to get through. Okay, I have this much footage from this month that I need to work with and I need to get to. And so it helps me kind of understand how much I have to work with at a time and balance my my stuff properly. In saying that is a system that I'm still tweaking, I'm still working on, because file storage there's always more files coming in, but it's something I'm excited to learn more about. What kind of bookended my year this year was podcasting. So some of you have watched, some of you have listened to my first podcast that I started this year in Driven. None of you have seen, because it's not out yet, the podcast that I did at Stance East, which is coming at a later date.
But I got kids that are, I think.
This was kind of spurred on by a number of things. So first off, most of you know that I have a series called Driver Mod, in which I talk to a person about their car and about what they've went through with that car and cars in general. And I love that series. I think it's great. It's my baby, but it felt a little one-sided, and it felt a little bit constraining. So through watching what Alex Martini does with his live podcasts on site, I thought that was really interesting, and I wanted to try my hand at it. And so I decided, you know what, let's run a podcast.
Yeah, all right. So first I'll get you to introduce yourself, your name, where you're from.
Went super well. Actually, way better than I thought it would. I got a lot of people to talk. I think I had about 11 interviews in my first run, and my second run I maybe had about 9. Everyone seemed really, really willing to share really intimate parts of themselves. I think it's a very different medium than a proper, like, sit down, cameras on you, you're the only one that's gonna be talking interview. So it was really, really interesting to have a conversation, especially in the live capacity. And that was a format that I really liked experimenting with this year. And so in saying that, I think there's a lot of things that I've done this year that I tried and failed at, and there's a lot of things that I tried this year and succeeded at. Obviously you guys have seen a lot of my wins, and I haven't really been as forthcoming about some of my failures, and a lot of the things that I've been failing at have not really been very visual. It's been a lot of, okay, well, scheduling and how do I get this piece of content out and in a time that matters. And so that's been something that I've been really, really working on. Thanks so much for sitting down with me, and let's kick off great 2026. I'll see you next year.